Do you ever feel stuck in your own life, like you're just watching everything happen around you, powerless to change it? Maybe you wake up every day feeling like you're going nowhere. Worse, when you look in the mirror, you might see someone who's lost control, someone who feels like they're wasting time and potential. But here's the thing, it doesn't have to stay that way. In just 7 days, you can start turning your life around. Yes, you heard that right. 1 week of dedication, and you'll begin to break out of this rut. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. Before we dive in, let's be real. The first thing you need is the willingness to change. Transformation doesn't happen magically. It requires effort, dedication, and above all, the desire to become a better version of yourself. Is it possible to see results in just 1 week? Yes, absolutely, if you're committed. The changes might not be instant, but you'll start to see and feel the shift. The important thing is to begin with the right mindset and follow these steps, which I'm about to share with you. Day 1, acknowledge the problem. The first step to any significant change in life is recognizing that something's wrong. This might sound obvious, but believe me, many people never do this. It's much easier to blame the world around you, your job, your family, your circumstances, than to admit that something inside of you needs fixing. Day 1 is crucial because without admitting where you're failing, there's no way forward. Take a moment and reflect. Where do you feel like your life is off track? What specifically is bothering you? Maybe it's procrastination that's keeping you from achieving your goals. Maybe it's a lack of discipline when it comes to your health, or maybe you're getting involved with toxic people who only drag you down. Be honest with yourself. Here's a practical tip. Grab a pen and paper or open up a notes app on your phone. Make a list of the areas in your life where you feel like you're holding yourself back. Don't sugarcoat it. Write it all down, even if it's painful. This is your moment to face reality. By doing this, you're taking the first step toward getting unstuck. When you write down these problems, something powerful happens. You start to become aware of them. What was hidden or ignored suddenly becomes clear, and you start to understand what needs to be done. From here on out, each of the next 6 days will help you tackle these issues one by one. Day 2, clear out mental junk. Now that you've acknowledged the problem, it's time to clear your mind of all the distractions and negative thoughts that are keeping you from taking action. This is something a lot of people underestimate, but the truth is, your mind is constantly being bombarded by external influences, many of which are highly damaging. On day 2, the goal is simple: get rid of all the mental junk that's polluting your thoughts. Let's start with social media. How many times have you grabbed your phone just to check for a second and then suddenly realized you've been scrolling mindlessly for hours? How many times have you compared yourself to others, feeling worse because their lives seem more interesting or successful? If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Social media can be a great tool, but if used unconsciously, it can become a constant source of anxiety and frustration. So here's the challenge. For 1 day, avoid compulsive use of social media. I'm not suggesting you quit forever, but use it consciously. Replace the time you'd spend scrolling with activities that actually bring value to your life. Read a book, watch a documentary, or listen to a podcast that teaches you something new. Also, pay attention to the people you regularly interact with. Are some of them influencing you negatively? If you have friends or colleagues who constantly complain, are pessimistic, or bring you down, it might be time to reevaluate those relationships. I'm not saying to cut them out completely, but limit the time you spend with them. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, motivate you, and help you grow. Day 3, organize your environment. Now that your mind is clearer and more focused, it's time to take a look at your surroundings. How is your physical environment? The third step in your transformation is organizing the space around you. Don't underestimate the power of a tidy environment to boost your productivity and mental. Think about the place where you spend most of your time. It could be your bedroom, your living room, your office, or even your car. If that space is cluttered, full of scattered objects, accumulated dirt, or things you no longer use, that chaos is going to reflect directly onto your mind. A messy environment contributes to a messy mindset. Here's what you need to do. Start small with one space at a time. For example, if your bedroom is a mess, set aside 15 minutes to make the bed, throw away the trash, and put things back in their place. If your office is disorganized, clean off your desk, get rid of unnecessary papers, and organize your work materials. You'll be amazed at how much this affects how you feel. When your space is clean and organized, you automatically feel more in control. And control is exactly what you need to keep moving forward. A life in control starts with small habits that show you care about yourself and the environment you live in. Day 4, create a simple routine. Now that your mind and environment are more aligned, it's time to create a structure that allows you to grow consistently. The fourth step in your transformation is establishing a simple but powerful routine. This is something that can make all the difference in your life. Without a routine, it's easy to get lost. If you wake up every day without a plan, you're at the mercy of circumstances and distractions. But when you set a routine, even a basic one, you gain more control over your time and what you accomplish each day. Here's what you can do. Start by creating a morning routine. This is the most important part of your day because it sets the tone for everything that follows. Set a consistent wake-up time, even on your days off. When you wake up, avoid looking at your phone right away. Instead, do something that will help you get in the right mindset. Meditate, read, do a little physical exercise, or simply enjoy a healthy breakfast in peace. As you build your routine, also include a fixed bedtime. Sleep is one of the most important pillars of mental and physical health, and poor sleep can seriously impact your ability to follow through with the other steps of this transformation. And of course, be realistic. Don't create a routine that's impossible to stick to. The goal is to set something simple that you can maintain consistently. This will give you the structure you need to keep growing. Day 5. Take action without excuses. This is one of the most important days. On day 5, you're going to stop sabotaging yourself and start taking action. By now, you've cleared your mind, organized your environment, and established a routine. Now it's time to act without excuses. All the planning in the world means nothing if you don't move forward. Remember that task you've been avoiding for a long time? It could be something related to work, your health, or even a difficult conversation you need to have with someone. Whatever it is, today is the day to do it. Stop waiting for the perfect moment because that moment doesn't exist. Perfection is an illusion, and waiting for it is just another form of procrastination. Here's what you're going to do. Choose one task that you've been avoiding and do it now. It doesn't matter how big or small it is, the important thing is to start. Action is the antidote to insecurity. The more you act, the more in control of your life you'll feel. Even if the outcome isn't perfect, you'll already be ahead of where you were before. And remember, action breeds more action. Once you start with one task, you'll find it easier to move on to the next. It's a positive cycle. The more you do, the more confidence you'll gain to keep going. Day 6, improve your relationships. On day 6, we're going to focus on something that's often overlooked but has a huge impact on your life. Your relationships. The people you spend time with have a massive effect on who you are and what you become. If you're surrounded by negative people who drain your energy, it's going to be hard to reach your full potential. Today is the day to take inventory of your relationships. Who are the people you spend the most time with? Do they inspire you? Do they push you to be a better person? Or are they the ones who constantly bring negativity, always complaining and pulling you down? If you've identified someone who's holding you back, it might be time to reduce the amount of time you spend with that person. This doesn't mean cutting them off completely, but limiting the negative influence they have on you. On the other hand, start seeking out people who can inspire and help you grow. People who have similar goals and dreams, or who are already where you want to be. Additionally, think about how you're contributing to your relationships. Are you being a good influence on the people around you? Are you helping your friends and family grow as well? Relationships are a two-way street, and it's important to be someone who motivates and inspires others too. Day 7, reflect and plan for the future. We've made it to day 7. This is the day for reflection and planning. Over the past week, you've taken significant steps to change your life. Now it's time to stop, look back, and acknowledge your progress. Take a moment to congratulate yourself on everything you've accomplished so far. It doesn't matter how small these accomplishments might seem, every step you've taken is progress toward a better life. Many people focus only on what they haven't achieved yet, but it's crucial to celebrate the small wins along the way. Now start thinking about the future. What do you want to achieve in the next 30 days? What are your goals for the next month? Set clear, specific goals based on what you've learned over the past week. Remember, transformation is an ongoing process. What you've started to build in these 7 days is just the beginning of a much larger journey. Plan your next steps. Continue applying the principles you've learned, stick to your routine, keep surrounding yourself with positive influences, and above all, make action the driving force behind your change. These are the 7 steps to stop being stuck and start living a life with purpose, control, and direction. Don't expect your life to change overnight, but if you follow these steps, I guarantee you'll see a significant shift in your mindset and your results. Remember, the power is in your hands. Now, it's up to you. If you liked this video and want more tips on how to improve your life, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to like the video and share it with someone who also needs to hear this message. Let me know in the comments how your 7-day journey went, and I'll see you next time.